Hey everybody, welcome back to the Terre Fragrance channel. Thank y'all so much for being here. It's a pleasure to see the channel grow. Thank y'all so much. Y'all, my friends and family, make this happen. So thank you again, and y'all know what to do if y'all like this content. Like, comment, and subscribe as always. So today we're going to have, y'all saw the title. This is a top 10 best office fragrance list. So I thought about doing one of these for a while. I've done gentleman's list, I've done classy fragrance list, I've done classic fragrance lists, but I've never done an office fragrance list. At the time, it was getting kind of popular, and some of it was a little controversial with what was going around at the time, with a new fragrance being released by, I'm sure y'all know in Fragcom, a particular YouTuber. But I think it's a great time to do this list. I feel like it is. So let's jump into the list. And before I do, I'm confident, or I believe I can say that this is one of the best ones you can come across. It kind of approaches all kinds of different business environments, different skin types perhaps, and personal taste. So these are great quality, and they simply smell fantastic. So the first one we got to talk about, of course, perhaps get it out of the way, is Versace's Pour Homme. This is the gigantic 6.7 ounce bottle. This is a fantastic neroli fragrance. It smells a little bit soapy, a little bit aquatic. It's easy to wear. It projects overall fairly well. Longevity is about 6 hours. But this fragrance is a joy. It's confident. It's clean. So if you've ever wanted a confident, clean fragrance, especially for a business interview, you can't do much better than Versace's Pour Homme. You can find this at discounters, but I have no shame in supporting Versace for this quality of juice. This is one of my first fragrances I ever bought, and I paid full retail. So this is a beautiful fragrance. Check it out. If you've been sleeping, if you need a versatile, confident, fragrance, that one's a real go-getter. So this one, the next one, y'all know about this fragrance too. Got to get past some of the ones y'all all know about. This is none other than Terre de Hermes by Hermes. Y'all know about it. A beautiful vetiver fragrance, a very rugged, masculine orange, very classy, beautiful fragrance. That Hermes kind of feels, that has a kind of like a floral behind it, is unmistakable. It has a little bit of earthiness or a mineral accord in the base. So this stuff is a joy to wear. It's a staple in a lot of guys' collection. If you're a masculine guy, if you work with your hands, perhaps blue collar, and you want something for the classy situations, for the work, when you want to dress up a little bit, this is simply beautiful. I suggest that you check it out if you haven't. And I think this one's going to become a classic, and it's going to be around with us for a long time. This is Terre de Hermes by Hermes. So the next one is none other than Guerlain's Homme's Les Eaux Boisées. So this one didn't get a lot of love, and almost nobody knew about it until Simply Put Scents put it on our radar. So shout out to you, E. You're a great guy. We love you. Hope you make more regular content if you can. So this fragrance is beautiful. This fragrance has a lot of lime. It has a very citrus kind of feel to it with some booziness. It has the famous or infamous mojito accord, but this one has a beautiful kind of woody base that comes through. It's overall kind of light, and the longevity isn't great, but this fragrance is a beauty to wear. It's classy, it's refined, and if you like lime, if you like a citrusy fragrance that's still masculine, this one's really hard to beat. And it's still out there for a great price, so check it out. That's Les Eaux Boisées by Guerlain. So the next one, the quality for the money, is also it's also really hard to beat. This is Lalique's Pour Homme. This one, I'll say it again, rivals Ambouage's Opus line. I really suggest that anyone who's interested in that line check this fragrance out. For the money and even for the smell, it competes. So this one can be found close to $40, perhaps even $30. You get a very dry, kind of spiced fragrance. Doesn't smell spicy particularly, but it's very complex, has kind of that nutmeg feel. It's dry, again, kind of that desert feel. It's really beautiful. It's hard to explain the classiness behind this fragrance, the quality. This fragrance performs pretty well for what it is. And again, it's a beauty. If you like classic fragrances, gentlemanly fragrances, you got to check this one out. The younger crowd, this might not be for you yet, but come around a couple years, you might really love this one. So, Lalique pour Homme, hard to put into words how beautiful that fragrance is. So the next one is none other than Dior's Homme. It's called Oh. And I was shocked about this fragrance when I smelled it. That's what I said. I said, what have I been missing? Where was I? I was seriously sleeping on this fragrance. This fragrance is a beauty. It does iris in the most unisex or masculine way possible, in my opinion. It's very great. It's classy. It's inoffensive. It just smells right. And this was a Macy's exclusive. They put some good hard work into this fragrance, and it really comes through. Very well blended. And I can't believe I was going through my fragrance journey without this one. So if you wanted an inoffensive but yet very classy fragrance, Dior's Homme is simply beautiful. If you think the iris of the other ones is too much, especially with the parfum, and you want something that's more versatile, I really encourage you to get your nose on, the O version. And this is a flanker, of course, especially before the supply dries up, which eventually it will. And this one can be found at a great price right now. So that's Dior Homme O. So the next one is another one that I was sleeping on. Perhaps you need to check out, is Ferrari Silver Essence. Now I love this fragrance, and I want to do another shout out, and this one's to Danielson. He's another YouTuber, a great one that's coming out, and he really gave this fragrance some love from the paper, from the tester strip, and just spraying it from the atomizer. I wasn't sure if I was going to love this. It's kind of a slightly sweet coconut musky fragrance with a little bit of a metallic vibe. That interesting combination comes off kind of like a more classy, higher quality version of Silver Scent by Bogart. It's youthful. It's kind of playful, but yet it's classy. So if you wanted a silver kind of fragrance, if you love Grey Vetiver, but wanted something that's more playful, perhaps more date appropriate, this one still can be pulled off in the office. It still has kind of a regal quality about it. And this one really performs. I was kind of shocked that this one performed so well. It is kind of linear, and the quality perhaps isn't spectacular, but it does smell really good, and it's going to get you positive attention. And this one is drying up as well. So if this sounds interesting to you, if you wanted to get out there and get a masculine coconut fragrance in the designer world, you're not going to probably get any better than this. Silver Essence by Ferrari. So the next one we're going to talk about is none other than Muellers Cologne. So Muellers Cologne, y'all know about this fragrance. It sells well too for very, very good reason. If you want an inoffensive fragrance and you don't want if you don't want to smell like you're putting on a show, or trying to get a lot of attention, sometimes you don't want to get attention. You just want to smell good. So this is Muellers Cologne. You smell soapy. You smell like a bar of soap, like everyone says. A lot of neroli, very clean, very fresh, perhaps a slightly green, but the performance is solid. It's definitely a linear fragrance. Go easy on the trigger. I feel personally that this fragrance does better in air-conditioned environments and not the high heat. So this fragrance is a joy. The quality, it smells like fantastic quality. It smells very well blended for the money. And if you look at the right places, this is another one that's affordable, that you can find for a fantastic price. So let's alternate to something that's more expensive, guys and gals. Let's talk about Silver Mountain Water by Creed. So this one's a little bit infamous. Some people love it, some people hate it. But this one has a very beautiful kind of neroli feel. Again, it's soapy, kind of a white floral feel, but then it has a metallic edge. This fragrance has a little bit of sweetness from black currant. I feel like it's very well rounded. It has kind of an edge from kind of an inky feel, but the fragrance never becomes dark. It's always kind of fresh and elegant, classy, clean. This fragrance is beautiful, and perhaps it's underrated, but there are some that are going to love it and some people that are going to hate it. But this fragrance, believe it or not, gets a beautiful attention, gets amazing attention in the right situations. I think more is less with a fragrance that's distinctive. So where, maybe 2 sprays with a fragrance like this, beautiful juice, can't say it enough. Creed does a really good job with fresh fragrances. Perhaps that's why they sell so well. Really versatile. That's Silver Mountain Water. And so if you want a metallic fragrance, easy to wear, for some people, for perhaps a more mature crowd, I think that this is one of Creed's best, in my opinion. I have to put it out there. So the next one we're going to talk about might be a shocker to y'all. Y'all might say that this fragrance doesn't belong on the list. This is Ferragamo's F Black. This is for when you want to wear the black suit. This is when perhaps you want to be a little bit more confident, perhaps a little bit more assertive. Perhaps this is when you're giving a presentation, a speech. This fragrance is more loud. It's more bold. It is spicy. It has a little bit of a, Bleu de Chanel going on. And this fragrance is beautiful. And for the price, this one is affordable. This one is great for the money. This fragrance, I don't think gets enough attention. It's not the most natural. But it's clean. It's fresh. I think it seriously competes with fragrances like Mont Blanc Individual. So this fragrance is fantastic. It's a performer. If you smell this and try this, let me know what you think. You might not need Bleu de Chanel. If you're early in your game or buying a gift for a nephew, this one's highly suggested. It's a great fragrance, and I can't say enough good about it. And I was really shocked that I could afford or get a fragrance that smelled so good for so cheap. And believe me, this will get you attention and really will get you, compliments if you're, a bold, strong kind of guy. If you're feeling that kind of intensity going on, you got a fragrance to match. So the next one, had to talk about it, even though it's discontinued, even though the supply is slowly drying up. I had to talk about this fragrance. It's one of my most beloved in my collection. This is Aqua Gio Ascenza. So the original, still beloved, still has a good following. The Profumo is stealing the show. The Absoluto is getting all the young, the young kids. This one is more mature. It's more refined. It's sophisticated. In my opinion, performs just as well, if not a little bit better than Profumo. This is Ascenza by Aqua Gio, the Armani. So this one, again, it has a little bit more class behind it. It has a little bit of an aldehydic feel. Some people feel like that aldehydic feel becomes perhaps sulfurous, but to me it never comes off that way. To me it just smells like yellow aldehydes. It's that feel in YSL's Y. And some people really like it. It's a little bit floral to some. It almost feels like an airy, raw kind of patchouli in a way. But beautiful juice, kind of aquatic, easy to wear. And this fragrance doesn't seem to me to have a lot of projection. but it has a good amount of sillage. So when you walk past people, or if they're close to you, they're really going to notice this beautiful juice on you. So this is Aqua Gio's Essenza. So I want to thank y'all for being here. I know that I try to keep these lists short as I can, make them short and sweet. This is, I believe, a fantastic top 10 list. I think that it touches all bases. Affordable, expensive, interesting. All are great quality. All have proven themselves in the fragrance world as being great fragrances. I think overall, perhaps Silver Essence needs to prove itself a little bit more. But overall, these are fantastic fragrances. And I think that there's something here for everybody. I would love to know what's your favorite fragrance out of this line. And if I didn't mention your favorite for the office, I would love to know below what your favorite office fragrance is. Now this is, of course, is a designer list. Perhaps in the future I can make a niche list. So stay tuned for that. And I still have a lot of reviewing to do, I know. I still need to review a lot of these fragrances. So thank you all so much for being here. It's a pleasure again to have you. If you've stuck around to the end, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and of course, even share the video. So thank you all for being here. And don't forget to wear what you love. Y'all guys stay classy, stay clean, and rock the business world. And I'll see y'all next time. This has been the Scent Fragrance channel, and I'll see you. Bye.